everybody. Today's class will be about holding poses, and I have a timer, and we'll be holding about 14 poses for a minute each. And some of them will be standing, some of them will be on our backs, one on our belly. And I just want you to embrace the moment in the minute. The minute goes by really fast. You're building strength in your muscles. You're also building bone strength by holding these poses. So it's really important to just stay with it, stay in there, and really embrace the poses. So you're going to need a few things and just a quiet moment, about 45 minutes, 50 minutes, just to totally embrace building that muscle strength, building the bone strength in your body. So enjoy this practice today. For today's class, you'll need a strap, a blanket maybe, if you feel you need it for your Shavasana, a block, and if you feel you would like to use it, a bolster, although I will not be demonstrating with the bolster. Let's start on our back, just allowing yourself to settle into practice. You can bring your hands to your knees, just kind of move the spine by pulling the knees in a circle or from side to side. And I'd like you to just allow yourself to really come deeper into your practice. Bring your feet down, knees up. You can bring your hands to your hips. And I want you to think about your intention, following the breath, and just take a few moments to set the intention. Now let's bring our palms together and bring the thumb side of your hands up to your forehead as we just seal in our breath, sealing in the intention, and we'll begin our practice. Take a long breath in and a big exhale to let it go. And gently release your hands, bring them back to your knees, and roll your knees in one direction a couple of times, and then roll them to the opposite direction. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and grab our strap and bring it to our right foot. And you can cinch the strap through the buckle or just hold on to it, whatever's more comfortable. And we're going to extend the legs straight up. You can bend your knee, you can flex your foot, whatever feels good. We're going to hold the leg here for 1 minute, just allowing the breath to guide you and just allowing that hamstring to find the full expression of the stretch. With the left leg, you have the option of keeping your knee bent, slightly hovering the leg, keeping both your hips on the back, or just allowing the left leg to come flat to your mat. Breathe in and exhale, let it go. Let's take one more breath as we bend our knee and come all the way out of this stretch. You can take the strap off the right foot and place it over to the left side. And again, option to hover the right leg. Bring the right leg all the way down or bend the knee. Listen to the body. Feel both your hips flat on your back on your mat and breathe through this extension, knowing you're building strength through the bones, through the muscle. And we can start to unwind, take the strap off the foot. A few options here. Find a flat back, come into Shavasana. Bend your knees and hug. Take your arms above your head and give yourself a long stretch. We're just going to find a little bit of space in between the poses to allow the body to feel the full expression of the stretch that we just did. Use the breath. Stay nice and calm. Now let's move into our next pose. Go ahead and bring your knees in, hug, whatever you need to do. And we're going to bring the right foot back into the strap. And this time we're going to send this right leg extended out to the right side. So make whatever space you need on your mat. I'm a little close to the wall, so I'm going to scoot myself over to give my leg the space it needs to move over to the right. And this left hip has a few options. Again, we could hover the knee with a bent knee, hover the foot, keep that foot flat on your mat. Just kind of listen to your body, see what feels good. And if you decide to hover, you're just waking up your core and allowing this hip to open up. Just enjoy the comfort of this stretch. Allow the breath to flow naturally. And go ahead and start to unwind. Release that strap off your right foot, and we're going to do the same thing on the left side. So go ahead and put the strap on your left foot. Keep that right knee bent. Maybe hover the right foot off the mat, or keep it flat as you bring that left leg out to the left. If you want to hover, you're engaging the core. If you just want to kind of feel into the hip stretch, just allow the right foot to come down. And again, stay with the breath, relax, unwind. Let's take a long breath in, release the strap, and pull the knees into the chest. You can shake it out, move it from side to side. Bring your knees up, hands to your hip. Come back to that Shavasana, or take your arms above your head. Just take a few moments here. Let the spine release, finding length. Breathing in and exhaling out. And this might feel like a good time to roll your wrists and ankles around. Beautiful. Breathing in. And let's bend our knees. Our next pose will be bridge pose. And you have a couple of options here. If you want to just melt into bridge, you can bring a block underneath your spine, your low back. If you want to go a little deeper, you can pull your hands underneath your body, or maybe bring your elbows down and lift the hips up, pushing through the elbows. I want you to push those shoulders into your mat and lift your hips. Choose whatever feels right for you and follow the breath. Beautiful. One more breath in. And then exhale, let it go. Pull the knees into the chest. Give them a hug. And take a moment to find stillness in your body as you breathe in and let it go. Breathe out. Now let's rock our knees from side to side. Find the easiest, most comfortable way to roll over and come to your belly. And once you come to your belly, you can take a long breath in, maybe find Sphinx pose, forearms down, elbows down, lifting the chest. Our next pose, we're going to come to locust pose. So there's a few options here. We're going to bring our head down. You can just bring your arms by your side, palms facing up behind you, and slightly lift your chest or your legs. Or you can reach all the way back, finding the full expression of locust. It will be a little bit more demanding for this minute, whatever works for you. Breathe in and out and come to your pose. Take one more breath in, and then as you exhale, release the body and turn your head to the right for a few moments. And then when you're ready, to the left. Just take your time to unwind and let it go. Beautiful. So you can choose now to push back into child's or downward dog. We are going to come to our standing series. So I just want you to take your time to make your way up to a standing pose. Maybe stay in a fold for a breath or two. Just listen to what the body wants and needs. And when you're ready, so go ahead and roll yourself up. Come to a standing pose. And unwind, bend the right and left knee. I'm going to fix my camera here. And we're going to come towards the front of our mat. And I want you to come to a little bit of a mountain pose. So release your wrists, unwind, maybe walk around your mat. And when you're ready, just go ahead and step to the front, come to mountain pose, and take a moment to stand in your mountain pose, breathing in and out, reflecting back on your intention. And our first pose that we're going to focus in on is going to be Warrior One. So I want you to choose what foot you want to step back and bend the front knee, and then lean yourself forward over the front knee. And take your opposite hand to your knee. And so I'm using my right leg in front. And then I'm just going to go ahead and bring my right hand towards my hip and just take a slight twist over the right side of my body. Finding my gaze, my drishti, somewhere on the ground as I breathe in and out, holding this pose for 1 minute. And when you're ready, start to unwind, shake it out. Maybe come back to mountain pose or take a fold. We're not going to rush right into the next side. If it feels comfortable, walk around on your mat. And then send the opposite foot back. So we'll do the other side. So I'm doing my left side this time. And as I just take a moment to release that left leg back, I want you to think about leaning forward, taking your opposite hand of your foot to the knee, and bring your opposite hand on the hip to the same side as the knee, and take that twist. And just focus about breathing in, pull the belly up and in, finding your drishti, your gaze somewhere as you breathe in and out for this minute. And start to unwind, step back to the front of your mat, shake it out, take a fold, maybe walk around your mat, whatever feels good in your body. Just listen to it. Nice. So the next pose that we're going to focus on is going to be a wide standing pose. So just take a few moments here, shake it out, and then when you're ready, you can step whichever leg feels more comfortable to the back of your mat, and then just turn to one side of your mat. Feet are out in front of you, heels are back. It's coming to your wide angle Kind of finding a wide angle mountain for a moment. And then when you're ready, choose one foot, point it forward. Good, bend your knee. Think of warrior two. Draw your feet down, hips down, and draw your chest up. And then look over the front of the hand that's over that bent knee. Holding this for 1 minute, strengthening through the muscles, through the core, building muscle and bone strength. Beautiful. Start to unwind your body. And before we go to the other side, we're just going to shake it out, maybe take a fold, bring the feet together. Just listen to what the body needs. Maybe you want to fold in a wide angle. It's up to you. Just take a few moments to allow yourself to unwind, follow your breath, maybe adjust your clothing. Then we'll come back down on our mat and come to the other side. So go ahead and bring the toe forward, bend your knee, root your feet, your hips into the bottom as you reach up through the core and extend over the opposite hand, and we'll breathe in warrior two. Great. Unwind. And again, shake it out, let it go. You can bring your feet together. You can take a fold. You can walk around on your mat before we begin the next set of poses. Yeah, maybe shake those hips out. And then when you're ready, we'll come back to that wide angle. So you can open up your legs, come nice and long. Maybe take a wide angle fold. It's completely allowing the body to do what it feels most comfortable doing at this point. And then once your legs are nice and wide, let's go back to pointing one foot forward, the other leg is straight. We're going to come into a side angle pose. So feel free to bring your elbow to your knee. If at this point you want to use a block, you can. I chose to bring my elbow to my knee. Maybe hand stays on your hip, maybe arm behind your back, or maybe your arm comes up overhead. If your arm's overhead, please try to keep your arm as straight as possible. Open the hips, breathe through the body. Enjoy this minute. and start to unwind. Again, let it go. Take a moment to shake your hips out. Maybe standing in mountain pose with your legs nice and wide. Breathing in and out. Listening to the body. Take the opposite foot out towards the short end of your mat. We'll do the other side. So bring yourself back to that extended angle, maybe arm behind your back, arm to your hip, or maybe up overhead. Keep the arms straight. Use the breath. Gently start to come out of your pose, shake it out, bring those feet together, fold, again, walk around, move your hips around, whatever you need. It's kind of like we're in Shavasana, standing. We're just settling, relaxing, knowing we're doing beautiful work for our body. The next pose we'll be working on is we're coming to that triangle. So if you need to use a block, which I chose to use, go ahead and grab a block. Prepare yourself for this next set of poses on the right and left side. Maybe walk around, shake it out. Good. So go ahead and send that top foot forward, toes out. You can start with a bent knee and then straighten out the leg, or you can start with a straight leg and bring your hip down. We're going to open up those hips. If you need to, this is a great time to push your spine up against the wall. You can bring your arms straight up overhead. Bring your hand to your hip or come to a bind with the arm behind your back. Enjoy the hip and breathe. Beautiful. Start to bend your knee, unwind, shake it out. Just notice what the body needs at this point. And then when you're ready, we'll go ahead and prepare to do the other side. Make sure you have that block in front of your leg. Again, you can start with a bent knee or straighten out the leg. Draw the shoulder over the leg, finding that beautiful length of your spine. Coming into your triangle, choosing arm overhead, arm above your head, hand to hip, or maybe hand behind your back. Good. Unwind, shake it out, let it go. Again, this is that time when we unwind. Maybe take a fold, shake it out from side to side. Just notice how the body feels. Fold feels so right for me right now. Good. Bring yourself up. And I invite you to go to a place where you can find somewhere to balance. I'm going to use the wall actually today. We're going to come into tree pose. So I'm actually going to use the wall to kind of ground myself in my tree pose, because I want to really build the strength in the leg that's supporting me. So go ahead and find your tree wherever it is. Use a wall, use your a chair, maybe your couch. Find that tree and decide where your arms want to be. Do you want to bring them up? Do you want to bring them down? Do you want to bring your hands to your heart? Just breathe into your tree and enjoy this time in your balancing pose. Good. Start to unwind. Let that go. Shake it out. And we're going to be moving to the other side. But before we do, I invite you to come to a flat back and bring your hands to your elbows to your knees and just kind of find a half fold, stretching through the spine. Good. Roll it up and let it go. And let's prepare for the other side. Just find your tree, whatever feels good for you. And then once you get there, decide where you want your hands to be. Use your wall. Lean into it. Use that standing leg and breathe in and out. Start to unwind, shake it out. Take that half fold once more, just like we did before. Flat back, elbows on the knees, breathing in and out. Take a fold, let it go. Shake it out from side to side, and then gently make your way back down on your mat. We're going to come to a couple of twists on our mat. Extend those legs out and just take a few moments coming into your staff pose. Just breathing in and out in staff. Long spine, sits bones on your mat. Beautiful. Now, with one leg straight, bend the opposite leg and just maybe shake it from side to side. I'm starting with my right leg. And then plant that right foot right next to your left knee. We're not crossing the foot over, just plant it right next to it. Wrap your left arm around your right knee and then twist into your spine. Lift through the chest. You can bring your fingertips down behind you. Enjoy this stretch, this twist. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Slowly start to unwind your spine. Come back to that staff just for a few breaths, breathing in and out. And we'll prepare for the opposite leg. So you can shake the knee out, move it from side to side, and then plant that foot and use that right arm to twist over the left side. Again, fingertips can come down as you breathe in and out. Good. Take a nice long deep breath in. And a big exhale, let it go. Unwind. And let's come back to that right leg once more. We're going to bring the right foot over the left knee and slightly pull the left knee in towards the right side, or the left leg extended. You have the option to stay here with a straight leg and come into a little deeper twist, or if you'd like, you can bend your left knee, twisting over the right leg, going a little deeper, maybe even grabbing your right hand around your back, holding on to your pants, just really taking a nice deep twist. Breathe in and out. And gently unwind your spine. Come back to center and then just open up your legs. Take a wide angle split here, long spine. And we're just going to come forward and just hold a little fold and breathe. Nice. Let's come around to the left leg now. So we're going to lift our left leg up, cross it over the right knee, Slightly angle the right leg towards the left. You can choose to bend the right knee, or you can keep it straight, finding that deeper twist, maybe reaching all the way around your spine with your left hand, grabbing hold of those pants, going deeper into the stretch. Such beautiful work here. Let's take that wide straddle again, the long spine, just a gentle fold forward, nothing too deep. Pull the inner thighs in as you breathe and enjoy a little hamstring stretch. And bring your knees in, rock them from side to side, just releasing any tension from the low back. Long breath in. Big exhale, let it go. And from here, we're going to roll onto our back. We just have 2 more poses. So just take those knees, pull them in, and give them a hug. Just really hug them in. Breathe in and out. Beautiful. And let's find your block. And we're going to lift our low back up and support your sacrum underneath your spine using your block. And then bring those legs up overhead. So bring your heels right over your hips. And we're going to breathe here. Just let everything go. Beautiful work we've done. One breath in. Let it go. And release your block. Shake your knees from side to side as we move into our final pose, Shavasana. Maybe take a few moments in Happy Baby to rock from side to side. Take your arms above your head and give yourself a long stretch. And as we let everything go, let's find our Shavasana. Focus on the breath and then just let the breath do its work as you completely relax. And start to wiggle fingers and toes as you draw your knees to one side. Just allowing yourself to come out of your Shavasana, sitting up so nice and tall. Just finding that gratitude and appreciation for coming to your mat today. Have a blessed day. Namaste.